The Emperor is dead, but the freedom Vader promised was a lie. With the corpses of his master and his allies at his feet, Darth Vader seized the throne. The Reign of Fire began. For 20 long years, the galaxy suffered a new, merciless order. The Senate was dissolved. Vader ruled with machines, not manipulation. Every whisper of rebellion justified the ultimate weapon, the moon-sized battle station. But when Vader used his power to erase a world, and his past, it ignited a war he didn't expect. Now the strongest voice of the rebellion, a young woman named Leia, stands disarmed before the man who killed her mother, and who she must call master. The daughter has joined the dark, but far away, a new hope is forged. The future of the galaxy rests on a single betrayal. Welcome to Part 2, The Apprentice. Vader's counterstrikes carries weight forged in decades of war and pain. Leia blocks, deflects, twists away, but every impact drives her a step back. Sparks fly as sabers scrape along walls and floor. The hum and crackle of colliding blades echo like thunder through the hall. Vader presses forward. Leia somersaults over a fallen droid, slashing at his back. He turns, catching the strike and shoving her away with a burst of the Force. She slams into a wall, teeth gritted, but pushes to her feet again, defiant. "Give up," Vader says, advancing. "You are beaten. It is useless to resist." "I've heard that line before," she mutters, lunging again. The duel continues, flashes of red and blue, shouts and silence. But slowly, inevitably, fatigue creeps into Leia's movements. Her swings grow a fraction slower, her footwork a touch less sharp. Vader sees it. He exploits it. With a final heavy blow, he knocks her saber aside and sweeps her legs from under her. Leia slams to the floor, her weapon skittering away down the hall. Vader stands over her, crimson blade humming inches from her throat. "Kill me if you want," Leia says through labored breaths. "But you'll be making a mistake." "And why is that?" he asks. "Because the blood you spill will be your own." Vader pauses. "What?" he says, the single word colder than the durasteel beneath them. She looks straight up into the black lenses of his mask. "I am your daughter." The world seems to tilt. For a moment, even the constant hiss of the respirator feels distant. The Force surges around them, thick with shock and something Vader has not allowed himself to feel in years. "No," he says softly. "That is impossible." "Is it?" Leia asks. "My mother's name was Padme. Padme Amidala. She died because of you. Because of your anger. Because of what you became." Memories Vader has buried deep tear themselves to the surface. Soft eyes, a voice on Mustafar begging him to turn back. The feeling of a throat under fingers that refused to loosen. A hospital room. A child that he never. Her eyes. Her face. Padme lives in this girl's features. Leia continues, her voice quieter now. "I grew up never knowing who my real father was. I only knew he helped destroy everything my mother believed in. Everything she fought for." The saber in Vader's hand wavers slightly. "Lower your weapon, father," Leia says. "There's nowhere for me to run. Nowhere to hide. You have already destroyed more than I can count. You can kill me too if you wish." She swallows. "Or you can spare me, and I will join you." Vader is silent. "Are you attempting to deceive me?" he finally asks. "No," she says. "I've spent my whole life wanting to know who my father really is. If my choices are death, or a chance to stand beside him and understand what he became, I will take that chance. Even if it means walking into the dark." The Force swirls between them, full of possibility and danger. Vader deactivates his saber. "Good," he says at last. "You will become a powerful apprentice. Together, we will bring order to this galaxy, and no one will stand against us." Leia slowly rises to her feet and retrieves her fallen weapon. She looks at it for a long moment, then clips it to her belt. "Yes," she says, bowing her head. "My master." The office fell into an eerie stillness, as though the entire galaxy paused to watch what came next. Palpatine stood slowly, his pale hands resting lightly on the edge of his desk as his burning yellow eyes swept across Vader and the Inquisitors behind him. His voice, when it finally left his lips, was soft and poisonous. "You dare stand against me?" Vader said nothing. He didn't need to. The answer radiated through the Force like a storm. He held his ground, silent, unflinching, his towering form casting a shadow that stretched almost to the Emperor's feet. Palpatine inhaled, nostrils flaring. "So be it." The Emperor's lightsaber snapped into his hand with a flash of motion, so fast the Inquisitors barely registered it. A split second later, a blinding crimson blade erupted to life. The Grand Inquisitor and his two companions reacted instantly, their own red sabers igniting in perfect unison. The first brother lunged first. He never reached his target. Palpatine moved in a blur, sidestepping the attack and dragging his blade upward in a single fluid arc. The first brother gasped as the crimson plasma cut through his armor and chest. He collapsed before he even realized he'd been struck. The third sister screamed and charged forward, but the Emperor didn't even need his saber this time. Blue lightning erupted from his fingertips, hurling her across the room. She hit the wall, convulsing violently, before sliding lifelessly to the floor. Two Inquisitors dead in under 5 seconds. "Pathetic," Palpatine hissed. "This is the rebellion you bring before me?" The Grand Inquisitor stepped into the fray to defend himself, spinning his double-bladed saber with deadly precision. Vader joined him, advancing with controlled, deliberate steps. Their blades crossed against Palpatine's in a clash of power and fury. The Emperor cackled as he parried them both with terrifying ease. "You truly believe you can overpower me?" he said, pushing Vader back with a vicious strike. "You, who could not defeat Kenobi even with all your rage." That name ignited Vader's anger. His strikes became heavier, fueled by humiliation and hatred. The Grand Inquisitor matched his movements, attacking from angles meant to overwhelm even a Sith Master. Palpatine deflected their combined blows, but his smirk slowly faded as he sensed the shift. They were pressing him. For the first time, he gave ground. The Grand Inquisitor slipped behind Vader's advance, creating a relentless rhythm of alternating strikes. Palpatine's robe tore in several places as glancing blows scorched through the fabric. He snarled and thrust both hands forward, unleashing a massive blast of Force energy. Vader skidded back but held his footing. The Grand Inquisitor stumbled, but quickly regained his stance. "You traitorous wretches!" Palpatine roared. "Without me, you are nothing." Vader surged forward again, his red blade hammering strikes that forced Sidious backward step after step. Sparks rained from the ceiling as sabers crashed violently. The Grand Inquisitor swept low, forcing Palpatine to leap back, right onto the dais before his desk. "You are finished," Vader said, his voice amplified by the vocoder's cold distortion. Palpatine bared his teeth. "Fool." He raised both hands. A storm of lightning exploded outward. The Grand Inquisitor screamed as the bolts tore across his armor. Vader lifted his saber to block the blast, but the torrent overwhelmed him. Electricity crawled through plates and joints, scorching circuits and sending waves of agony through what remained of his flesh. Sparks erupted from his limbs. His vision flickered. Palpatine laughed, pouring more power into the attack. "Die, you broken machine!" Vader staggered. His legs trembled. His armor smoked. And then the lightning stopped. Palpatine choked. The Grand Inquisitor stood behind him, his crimson blade buried deep through the Emperor's chest. Smoke curled upward from the burning hole in his robes as Palpatine slowly turned his head in disbelief. "You," he rasped. "Traitor!" The Grand Inquisitor twisted the blade. "For a new order," he whispered. Palpatine collapsed to the floor, the great Sith Master reduced to a lifeless husk in seconds. Vader rose slowly, his armor damaged, but his resolve unbroken. He stared down at the Emperor's corpse. The man who had deceived him, enslaved him, manipulated him for decades, was finally dead. "Lord Vader," the Grand Inquisitor said, his voice trembling with adrenaline. "We have succeeded. The Empire is yours." Vader looked at him. "You served your purpose," he said simply. His saber ignited. The Grand Inquisitor barely had time to widen his eyes before Vader plunged the blade straight through his chest. The Pauan dropped to the floor beside the Emperor he had helped kill. Vader deactivated his saber. Silence filled the office. Then he spoke, voice low and absolute. "Now, I rule." 20 years passed under the shadow of Vader's reign, and in that time the galaxy learned the meaning of absolute control. What Palpatine once ruled with manipulation and political webs, Vader ruled through clarity, strength, fear, and unwavering order. What the Emperor before him achieved through decades of complex schemes, Vader accomplished with flawless efficiency backed by the raw weight of military power. The Imperial Senate, once meant to soothe the public and symbolize unity, had slowly become a haunted chamber. Too many senators vanished under security investigations. Too many voices went silent after questioning Vader's new security programs. Pods that once buzzed with political life now sat dark and empty. Eventually, Vader ended the charade entirely. With a simple command, the Senate was dissolved, and with it the last illusion of shared governance. All that remained was him. To enforce his new order, Vader unleashed something far more terrifying than the Inquisitorius he dismantled. KX security droids, mass-produced on factories across the Empire, replaced living enforcers. They did not tire. They did not hesitate. They did not question. Their black frames patrolled streets on thousands of planets, their white optical sensors sweeping crowds for the slightest sign of disobedience. Citizens learned quickly that these droids were not simple security units. They were executioners dressed as guards. The Council of Moffs, initially uneasy, bent beneath Vader's will. Those who protested were replaced with individuals who preferred survival over ideology. Those who resisted more openly disappeared into dark halls of imperial prisons and were never heard from again. Fear did the rest. Within a few years, Vader's empire was unified under a single voice. Through all these changes, a silent, growing rebellion simmered across the galaxy. Groups of smugglers, former senators, soldiers, and civilians began to coordinate in secret networks. At first, their actions were small, cutting supply lines, freeing prisoners, stealing weapon shipments. But as Vader's grip tightened, their numbers grew, fueled by desperation and hope whispered in hidden corners. Vader expected resistance. In fact, he welcomed it. Rebellion justified the weapon he had once dismissed as foolish engineering, the Death Star. When Palpatine conceived it, Vader viewed the project as an unnecessary substitute for the Force. Yet as Emperor, he saw its purpose clearly. It was not merely a superweapon. It was a message, a reminder that defiance had no future. Under the supervision of Grand Moff Tarkin, construction continued in the darkness of deep space. Engineers and prisoners toiled day and night. When the final systems were installed and the super laser aligned, the station became functional, though unfinished. Vader did not need it perfect. He needed it operational. During these years, Vader also rebuilt himself. The suit Palpatine gave him after Mustafar had never been a gift. It was a prison designed to restrain him. With unlimited access to Imperial resources, he commissioned new armor, lighter, stronger, more flexible. Surgeons replaced deteriorated cybernetics. Engineers enhanced mobility and reduced constant pain. The armor that emerged was more than a life support system. It was a weapon in its own right. On the battlefield, Vader became unstoppable. He led assaults personally, igniting his crimson blade at the front of Imperial troops. KX droids cleared corridors while Vader carved a path through the strongest pockets of rebel resistance. Entire garrisons surrendered at the mere sight of his shuttle descending from the sky. Yet despite his successes, a single loose thread tormented him. Obi-Wan Kenobi. For 2 decades, no matter how many systems he searched or how many spies he deployed, the Jedi remained a phantom. Vader sent probes across the Outer Rim. KX units interrogated travelers. Agents traced every rumor of a wandering hermit. None of it yielded anything. Then finally it happened. Inside his fortress on Mustafar, Vader stood before a holodeble as Commander Fox appeared in flickering blue. "My lord," Fox said, "we have received an anonymous tip. Obi-Wan Kenobi has been sighted." The air seemed to still. "Where?" Vader demanded. "Tatooine, sir. Reports indicate he was last seen entering a cantina in Mos Eisley." The name of the planet hit Vader harder than he expected. Tatooine, the world of slavery, scorching suns, and the lost innocence of a boy who dreamed of freedom. That Kenobi would hide there felt like a personal insult. Part of Vader longed to go himself, to ignite his blade before the man who left him burning on Mustafar. But efficiency over emotion defined him now. He commanded a weapon far more devastating than personal vengeance. "I see," Vader said. "Inform Grand Moff Tarkin that the battle station is to fire immediately. Target Tatooine." Fox hesitated only a second. "At once, my lord." In the void of space, the Death Star rotated until its super laser array faced the desert world. Emerald beams converged into a single blazing lance that shot across the darkness. Tatooine exploded. In moments, the world where Vader was born became nothing but fire, dust, and drifting debris. Every life on its surface vanished, including Obi-Wan Kenobi. For the first time in 20 years, Vader felt a wound finally close. But he also made his greatest mistake. The galaxy did not become afraid. It became enraged. 3 days after Tatooine's destruction, the rebellion rose in full force. Fleets jumped from hyperspace above Mustafar. Rebel commandos descended toward the Black Fortress. Starfighters clashed with Imperial destroyers. The largest coordinated strike in Rebel history had begun. On the ground, Vader activated 100 KX droids hidden deep within his fortress. Their eyes lit red, their weapons armed. The battle for the galaxy had begun. The attack on Mustafar intensified by the minute. Explosions shook the volcanic landscape as rebel transports descended through turbulent ash clouds. Inside his obsidian fortress, Vader moved with cold precision, monitoring the battle from a holodable, while KX droids advanced through the corridors like merciless shadows of iron. Alarms blared across the complex, but Vader remained still, waiting, watching, listening to the echoes in the Force. Rebel soldiers breached the lower hangars first. KX units met them with brutal efficiency. Bodies fell. Blaster bolts ricocheted. The screams of soldiers drowned beneath the mechanical rhythm of metal feet. Vader did not lift his blade. Not yet. Let the droids weaken them. Let them understand despair before he appeared. Above Mustafar, the sky became a war zone. Star destroyers emerged from hyperspace, exchanging fire with rebel cruisers. The molten glow of the planet reflected across fractured hulls. The Empire seemed poised to win once more. Yet a disturbance tugged at Vader's senses, sharp, bright, familiar. A presence. Not Kenobi. Something else. Someone else. Then deep within the fortress, the droids began to fall. One by one, their signals blinked off the holomap, extinguished by something moving with impossible speed. Vader watched as entire squads collapsed in seconds. He zoomed the display and saw flashes of blue, slices of light carving through armored plating as if it were vapor. A Jedi. There was no mistake. But how? Kenobi was gone, erased with Tatooine. No other Jedi Vader had encountered in years possessed such fluid strength. Whoever this intruder was, they moved like someone trained with purpose. Someone guided. Moments later, the doors to the inner chamber hissed open. Smoke drifted inward, and out of the haze stepped a hooded figure, lightsaber glowing like a shard of sky. "Who are you?" Vader demanded. The intruder said nothing. They simply approached until they were close enough that Vader could sense them clearly. The presence inside them was familiar, achingly so. The Jedi lowered their hood. A young woman, no older than 20. Her eyes locked onto his. "I'm here to end your rule," she said. Something inside Vader shifted, a tremor in the Force he had not felt in decades. Familiarity surged, soft, warm, heartbreaking. She carried Padme's presence like an echo he had long tried to silence. "Leia Organa," Vader said quietly. "You know my name," she replied. "Good. Then you also know why I'm here. You murdered my father. You silenced anyone who dared speak the truth about your corruption. And now you will answer for it." Her blade lifted. Steady. Confident. "You misunderstand your own pain," Vader replied. "Your father served the Empire until he became unnecessary. His fate was not personal. nor does it need to place us at odds. You are strong in the Force. With proper training, your potential could be. I don't want your teachings, Leia snapped. My master warned me about you. Warned me what you truly are. Vader paused. Her master? Who? You've killed enough, she continued. This ends now. She lunged. Vader ignited his saber, catching her strike with effortless force. Their blades clashed, red and blue illuminating the chamber in violent flashes. Leia moved quickly, faster than most Jedi Vader had fought in years. Her footwork was polished, her strikes clean, her instincts sharp. This was no self-taught survivor. Someone had trained her well. But she was still inexperienced. Vader pressed forward. His blows grew heavier, calculated, pushing her back with each clash. She deflected one strike, then another, but her breathing quickened. Her confidence trembled. Vader stepped through her defense, sweeping her weapon aside and sending her sprawling across the stone floor. Her saber skidded away. It is useless to resist, Vader said, stepping toward her. You are beaten. Leia glared up at him, sweat streaking her brow. Then do it, she said. Strike me down. But know this, you'll regret it. And why is that? Because the blood you spill will be your own. Silence. What nonsense is this? Vader demanded. Leia swallowed, voice trembling, yet unmistakably determined. I am your daughter. The world froze. For the first time in years, Vader could not breathe. Not because of his suit, but because of the truth ripping through him. The presence, the familiarity, the way the Force resonated through her. It was undeniable. Padme, her eyes, her expression, her fire. Vader staggered a step, an almost human reaction. Leia watched him, confusion mixing with sorrow. Padme Amidala was my mother, she said. She died because of what you became. Because of your hate. Vader lowered his blade slightly. Memories crashed over him like molten stone. Padme reaching for him. Mustafar's fire swallowing everything. Grief twisting into rage, into darkness, into the armor that now kept him alive. Leia continued, softer now. There's nowhere for me to run. If you kill me, you kill the last part of her. But if you spare me, I will join you. Not because I embrace your tyranny, but because I want to understand the truth of who you are. You would join me so willingly? He asked. If the choice is death or learning the truth of my father, then yes. Vader stared at her, torn between instinct and revelation. Then he extinguished his blade. Rise, he said. You will become powerful. Together, we will shape the galaxy. None will oppose us. Leia bowed her head. Yes, my master. But far across the galaxy, in a hidden temple, two figures sensed the shift. Master, Luke said, eyes wide. She's joined him. Yoda nodded slowly. Closer to Vader she now is. Clouded the future becomes. But this was the plan, right? Patience, young Skywalker, Yoda said. In time, her nearness will open a path to strike. Trained well she must be, for the galaxy's fate rests with both of you. Luke looked toward the stars, fear and hope warring in his chest. The final battle had only begun. Master, the tremor in the Force grows stronger. Yes, my student, Vader's power deepens, and with it, the shadow across the galaxy. Then our path is clear. Through his daughter, a spark of hope remains. Patience you must hold. When the moment reveals itself, she will be the key to ending his reign. I understand, Master. I only pray the galaxy can endure until then. Hope endures it does. And through her, balance may yet return. The future depends on her courage now.